Good afternoon, everyone. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful one out here in the Pacific Northwest. We do have snow on the horizon. Today, we're going to be talking about everything relating to the bugs and issues that War of the Visions has been experiencing since the last update. These are things that Hiroki himself has said he would be handling in the past that are clearly not being handled and that really need to be addressed. Almost everybody here knows about the title screen issue that was addressed in a notices section after quite a few months and finally was semi-resolved in the last update. Granted, it's kind of gotten 10 times worse in every other area. This is something that is completely unacceptable. And let me just give you an example of how another game has handled this. Dragon Quest Tactics is a game that I've been covering off and on. It's a game that I reasonably enjoyed as well. On the first couple days of the Dragon Quest Tactics launch, there was a title screen freezing issue. Sound familiar, everybody? Same issue was fixed within a single day. That's right. It was fixed within one single day of it being reported, and it has never been an issue since. For War of the Visions, this has been going on for how many months, right? When you think about Dragon Quest Tactics, no doubt it's a smaller game than War of the Visions. It'll no doubt have a smaller footprint on the global side. So why is War of the Visions so slow to address these problems and to publicly call them out in their notices? This is really frustrating, particularly since the last update, where a lot of players on Android 11, a lot of players on the iPhone as well, are struggling to access the game or even log into the game, right? We're hearing from a bunch of people, the strategy to log into the game. When you start up the app, tap the black screen a bunch of times and hopefully you will get in. You're hearing uninstall the app, reinstall it, and it might work for you. You're hearing hit the data button, the solid trick for getting past the title screen freeze. Hit the data button, come back, and you're going to be able to get through the title screen. It is ridiculous that on multiple devices, on multiple platforms, we are struggling to access this game. Hiroki in one of the live letters had said that he would be addressing issues that came with the JP version into the global version before they came. And what's happening is these bugs are not only getting addressed before they come, they are not getting addressed almost at all. We're having radio silence on all of the problems that people are experiencing, and this is not a small amount of the community who might be playing on BlueStacks. I think it's pretty well known right now that the stability on any emulator is terrible, and we shouldn't be relying on Gummi to stabilize our emulators because they don't design the game for emulators. A separate subject, they should be. But this is people who are trying to access the game on their phones, the devices that the app was designed for. Not being able to access the game, a game that some people have spent thousands of dollars on, hearing radio silence from Gumi and Square Enix. I mean, Square Enix needs to grow some cojones and go and walk right into Gumi and be like, what the fuck are you doing, guys? Right? Like, these issues need to be addressed, and I don't understand why we aren't hearing a single thing about them. For the first time from a lot of players, I'm hearing I submitted a ticket. And let me tell you, that's probably the best thing we can do right now. Making an angry YouTube video, is not going to solve the problem. If you're running into issues, I would highly suggest you send in a ticket and you let Gummi know how frustrated you are. This is particularly frustrating for me because for me, I just made a video a week ago talking about how great it was for this game to come back and play right now. They had an amazing week with Chinese New Year, and now all of a sudden crashes are happening rampant and all over the place. The only place I can reliably play is on my Samsung phone, and I know a lot of you guys can't even play on your phones because you're either having issues or you're having problems with the iPhone version or Android 11. That's just a little bonkers, don't you think? I don't really know what I can do. I'm not really sure what I can do besides be a voice for that frustration and just kind of send it out into the universe. I wish and I hope that Square Enix or Gummi sees this video. I hope that someone out there really escalates this issue, because this is slowly killing, killing interaction from players, killing people who want to be involved from the game. Like, if your game is such a pain in the ass to play, people aren't going to play it, right? Like, they're just going to move on to another game. Maybe they'll come back in 3 months when the game isn't working, or when the game is working better. But really, it's a little crazy. It's also a little bit crazy when I can load up the JP version of the game on my emulator and have it work absolutely fine. I've recently been playing the JP version of the game on my emulator. One, to get assets and kind of unlock things so that I can use them in my own videos. And two, just to get the experience of what it's like to be a JP player. And let me tell you, my emulator doesn't crash nearly as much on the JP side. Just some little food for thought right there. Anyway, guys, I would definitely encourage you to reach out to Gummi and to submit your tickets. And if you can think of a way, I would encourage you to reach out to Square Enix. Because Square Enix, while not really making this game, is responsible for the content that it does put out. And it is, of course, responsible for holding Gummi accountable to the content it puts out. If you're anyone out there from Square Enix watching this video, please, I encourage you, pass this information along. The game is pretty unplayable for a lot of your player base right now. I would say maybe a solid 15% can't access the game right now, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. That's kind of all I have to say about it. I'm sure, there's other things I could say. Other people have frustrations and outrage. But I just wanted to throw it out there. And yeah, y'all have a good rest of your day, everybody.